Hi, I'm Nancy Clark.
And I'm Anne-Marie Wallace-Phillips.
We are the Hospice and Bereavement Coordinators for VO in Oxford, and this is Morning Chats with Anne-Marie and Nancy. Cheers, Anne-Marie.
Cheers, Nancy. Today on Morning Chats, we are very thrilled to have a special guest speaker. Trevor is our Thanatology student from King's, and we'd like to welcome him. Welcome, Trevor. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you for having me. A little bit about me. My name is Trevor. I come from a small French community outside of Chatham, Kent. Personally, I've always had a passion for helping those in need. I began volunteering when I was 15 years old at the local men's shelter in Chatham. I also reached out to volunteering at the local food bank as well as the hospice, and I still volunteer to this day at the men's shelter and the hospice during the summer.
Perfect. Excellent. And so, Trevor, what made you interested in becoming a social worker and specializing in thanatology in particular? And also, what is thanatology for those of our viewers who might never have heard that word before?
That's a very good question. So I would say that I became infatuated with social work in about grade 10. My mother always told me that I was a very thoughtful young man and that I cared too much about the well-being of others. And I took this saying to heart, and with her motherly support, we began looking into what kinds of careers a thoughtful young man would be best suited for. And that kind of fell into social work. After graduating high school, I started my first year of college the same year, and I had a fantastic time making lifelong friends and learning about how I could turn this passion of helping others into a lifelong career. It wasn't until I graduated college and I had a summer job at the local hospice that I volunteered at, where I was introduced into the world of thanatology. And for those who may not know, thanatology is the study of death and dying. In a social work framework, thanatology has to do with grief, loss, and bereavement. I quickly became very interested in thanatology after working closely with the grief and bereavement specialist at the hospice. And they were actually the one who suggested that I take an intro course as my elective for my first year at Western. And just from there, I quickly fell in love with the topic. And after that one elective course that I took, decided to completely change my major into a thanatology one.
Great. Thanks for that, Trevor. As you know, Trevor, you've just completed your 45-hour placement with VON Oxford with our hospice and bereavement department. Unfortunately, it looked a little bit different because due to the pandemic, we weren't able to meet face to face. But can you tell us, what did you gain from your placement with us?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say that my biggest takeaway from the placement was seeing that despite the pandemic, end-of-life services are still hard at work behind the scenes, and they're still working to meet the ever-expanding needs of the public and still providing that at-home quality of care to its residents and families, despite the limitations that we have due to the pandemic. I'd also say that my experiences with the placement also helped me personally to understand what I specifically want to do with my education once I'm done school. And it certainly lies within a hospice palliative care setting.
Nice.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Trevor. It was such a joy having you join us. Trevor was just so fantastic in kind of taking the lead on different aspects of the position we have and helping us to develop some really helpful things for our clients. So it was a joy, and we hope that when you are able to come back and visit us in person, that you most definitely will.
Absolutely. I look forward to taking you up on that offer once restrictions kind of lighten up a little.
Great. Good. Thanks so much, Trevor. We appreciate all your support and all the assistance you gave to us.
Yes, thank you very much for having me on as a placement student. I had a fantastic time, and I wish I could come down to the VON and meet you guys in person.
You will one day.
Yes,
I will
you
one
will.
day. Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Good.
Great. So for more information about our programs, feel free to reach out to us at vonoxford.ca, contact Anne-Marie or I by phone or email. And as always, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on all of our previous Morning Chat videos. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.